Yeah, now we gotta set everything back up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wait.
Move your leg.
I don't stretch as good as I used to.
It's a little
least-
impromptu.
At least that's what my wife says.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So, a little fun fact about this. He asked me if we wanted our sauce in the cheese. So that's how it normally comes. So I just went ahead and let it go.
Really?
I just
That is
wanted to get it
different.
in the wholeheartedness of what the Beyond Burger is. So this is a presentation for those that actually care. I don't really care. I just like to eat it.
Well, yeah, but I am going to open mine up in just a second. I'm just making sure that we are actually
Live and on.
live and in color. That's all that I'm doing. Because, we are live. We are out there. We are together, once again, trying the Beyond Burger from
Yes,
TGI
yes.
Fridays. It looks like we are, in fact, live. I'm going to play it just... There you go. Yeah, okay, we're good. We are good. We are absolutely perfect here.
I say we are very good.
So I actually did get the top of mine off of my patty. So there's that. And then on the bottom of this sucker, it's got grill marks, man.
Let me tell you what.
Some grill marks.
It looks mighty tasty.
It smells good too.
It-
It smells like a burger with smell.
I mean, so far, as to not, I already know what it is. I couldn't tell you the difference.
Okay, so
At this point, other than already knowing.
right before we take a bite, okay,
Yeah.
I want to.
I can't hate that because it'll fuck my palate up.
Okay, go. Yep. Yeah, don't do it. So typed into Beyond Burger. I'm gonna look up, and I'm just gonna read what it says on Wikipedia. Okay, so just to tell you guys, that way you guys don't have to look it up. What the hell's a Beyond Burger?
Right.
Of course, Beyond Meat. That's the company that this is from, and they are basically trying to recreate a burger out of like vegetables, and I believe it was pea pea protein isolates. Okay, so yeah, it's a mixture of pea protein isolates, rice protein, mung bean protein, coconut oil, and other ingredients like potato starch, apple extract, sunflower lecithin, pomegranate powder, with a range of vitamins and minerals. The ingredients are mixed and fed into a food extrusion machine that cooks the mixture while forcing it into a specially designed mechanism that uses steam, pressure, and cold water to form the product's chicken-like texture. However, an obesity expert, I don't know why this whole story just took a weird left turn. An obesity.
We personally don't care if you like to eat a lot because we both do too. So
Absolutely.
we just want to make that clear. We're not
But
on
I have been
anybody.
interested because you see this stuff at the store and
Yeah.
and you see it with these veggie burgers, all these different frozen ones, everything, and it's always like
They suck. I've had a majority of them. So me and my wife have tasted and
Mhm.
tried these, and most of them are just like, no,
yeah.
no. Like they've got an eggplant one. The
Mhm.
one I think I've had is this soy burger. Oh
See,
no.
Okay, so back at my high school, it was actually soy burgers,
Really?
and you really like. Okay, if you're really a burger big aficionado, you're definitely gonna pick it apart. But with some ketchup, mustard, and cheese on there, you know what? You're hungry after a full morning of learning your brain. You didn't care. You're
Right.
just, "Ah."
So what I'm going to do with my taste test is I am going to taste it as the burger alone first,
Okay.
and then do a full palate.
Okay. So you just want to like take a little.
I want to take it just to the burger because that's really what we're here. I mean, the added stuff. Oh, there is still sauce. Look.
Oh yeah.
So
I got a little pinch of burger here.
I got a little pinch of burger here myself. Don't drop it on my floor.
I did a little bit. Not much.
It's interesting.
It's burger-like.
It's burger-like, but it's definitely not burger. The
Mm.
texture is not the same.
No, well, not exact. But I can see.
It's not bad though.
No.
I
no.
don't dislike it, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually take a real bite.
Let's go for it. Me too. Try not to make a mess here.
Of course, I get the big end.
All together, with all the other things that come on it. If you didn't tell me what this was before you fed it to me, I wouldn't know. I'll be honest with you.
I'm almost. I can. It's like very lightly.
Mm-hmm.
can I tell that there's a difference. Outside of that, like you just said, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference.
I mean, you got your onion, your pickle, your lettuce, your tomato, your Friday sauce, and then the cheese and everything.
Yeah, I don't.
You take a bite of that sucker, and it's like that's a burger.
It's a burger. That's
Wow. Science.
just changes the game.
Science. Now, I mean, granted, this is a little more expensive.
These were, so everybody knows, for the meal, no drinks, 13 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
But this is TGI Fridays.
Sure.
So Burger King is implementing these eventually.
Impossible brand.
The Impossible brand.
It might be a little bit different.
Might be different, but
But
should still be relatively close.
well, when you're thinking about the same basic idea,
Yeah.
you know, basically giving you a vegan option.
Here's the thing, though. As long as it's not a lot more, I would get this every time.
I have heard for the Impossible Burger, for the Impossible Whopper, that they're bringing to Burger King's about $1 or so more. That's nothing. When you're already getting a Whopper.
Yeah, $1. I'd rather do that because you're talking about. I mean, these are still granted. So, you guys are sitting there thinking a burger, it loses the calories because it's not vegetarian. Let me tell you this. It's still 890 calories for this thing. I don't know if you knew that or not. You looking at it? See if you can see the difference.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the actual fiber of the meat.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a different look. It's got a little bit more of a spongier texture to it, because I just had a little bit of a nugget of burger that kind of fell off. It definitely has a different texture, when isolated. But when you put it with the other fixings, now some people don't like the other fixings. My wife is very plain when it comes to burgers. She likes burger, cheese, and then it's going to be up to her if it's at home. She likes to mix together like her mayo and ketchup, do her thing, and that's it. Me, when I make burgers, it all depends on how much I pre-plan it. If I forget to plan it, fuck it. Just put on some ketchup, mustard, whatever. But like when I do my 50-50 burgers, I try to remember to get stuff loaded out. What's up? There you go. Have at it, Hoss. There. Well, that didn't work.
No, take it.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Who cares?
Whole thing for me.
We got stock in that crap.
Wow, man, you know what? I'm impressed.
I am impressed. Like, this is something that I will definitely do again. I don't see any negatives to it.
No. And the thing is, like, going into it, like, of course, we had a whole day,
Right.
Like we went and saw Avengers.
My first time.
Your
Yes,
first time.
it is
My third.
Saturday, the 25th. So that makes it, what, a month? I'm a month late to the show.
Right about, yeah.
So, yes, I know. It was good. I was thoroughly impressed with the movie. I thought it was, well, to be honest, it was phenomenal. It was definitely the best one I've ever seen in that series, period. And that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these, I love Ant-Man. I think the original Ant-Man is one of the best Marvel movies ever produced, period.
I agree. It's awesome.
But this hit every callback, everything you wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. And I love it.
Absolutely, man. You know what I forgot to do? What? Share this on my own page. But yeah, so we went and saw that. There was I got some news today.
Well, let's hear it.
I got some news. So, of course, those on the show know that I got another baby on the way.
You do?
Got another baby on the way. Another little Wyatt, apparently. We're having a boy.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really hope I don't have two Wyatts. I love my kid to death. Love him. He's got ants in his pants and bouncing off the walls half the time. So I'm hoping that this next one will be more like me. And just sitting there looking at him going, You need to calm down. But it's been a day, and
It has.
I was really looking forward to trying this, trying the Beyond Burger. I really was. Because
That's what this all started, was that he told me about, hey, TGI Fridays has the Beyond Burger, but I didn't want to try it when me and my wife went out. So I was like, you know what? I want to try it. We're going to try it on Saturday. And he's like, okay, let's do that. And then it turned into, well, I'm going to be in town. Why don't we just go watch Avengers? Yeah, I haven't seen it. Let's just go ahead and do that. So we kind of just, this thing evolved into what it is. And
pretty much a full day.
yeah.
Avengers is 3 hours. I mean, that was like getting us in like in the
6 of the day. But
yeah. But absolutely, guys, if you had any curiosity, because I haven't seen this advertised.
It has not.
I mean, Fridays in general, I've heard pray tell rumors that they actually could be maybe not around for very much longer, having, probably some debt issues and everything. Like a lot of restaurants, chain restaurants, are going through because they're losing consumers. And not so much because, like, oh, they're a bad place to go. We now have Uber Eats. We now have all these things where you can order food and they just go get it for you, bring it back.
DoorDash. I'm sorry, I was too far away.
I mean, and while, yes, the restaurant still gets money from that, they still lose the desserts, the extra drinks, the tips.
The problem is fast food. Regardless of what anything is, it's fast food.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my wife try to make a point to at least sit down 2 times a month with each other. No cell phone. Usually when we sit down to eat, it's no cell phones. And we just try to enjoy each other's company, because at this point in time, the way that we as a society live is so fast paced, so that we don't sit down and enjoy time. I know it's good.
Damn.
I am surprised.
Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Like, as I said, if someone said, here, I got us burgers from this place, I would sit down, be eating this, and be eating it, and they would be like, that's a vegan burger. I would be stunned. I would be thoroughly stunned.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm actually very, very glad that we got to do this today. Because, as I said, when I was at Fridays probably a few weeks ago, I am a creature of habit. Just like I'm sure so many people else are. When they go someplace to eat, you're sitting down, and you look at the menu, even though you
already know you want.
You already know what you're going to get. For me, it's always a JDB, which they've renamed the Whiskey Glazed Burger. It's still JDB.
Right.
So I got myself a JDB, got myself set up with extra glaze, like I normally do. Sit down. I enjoyed our dinner. And then, but when I looked at the menu, like I always do, and I'm so foolish, and I'm noticing some changes, like, where's Jack Daniel? Oh, Whiskey Glazed Burger. Beyond Burger. Huh? They have it? I would not have been disappointed if I'd have ordered it.
I will get it again.
I
will say this right now. When my wife returns from her trip, we will probably sit down and try this together on that weekend. Because she's coming back on a Friday.
Yeah.
I don't think we work next
Friday?
weekend.
No.
Next Saturday.
No. We
don't.
No, 8th.
No.
We the start of E3 stuff. Yeah, we work that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't actually be. You'll be at work when the EA thing's going on.
Yep.
No, so if I can, I'll try and cover that myself.
Try to do as much as you can.
However, that also might be the same weekend. Well, no. I think we're going to Illinois on the weekend after that. So if I'm home and I'm there, we're not working crazy hours, depending on when because last time when they started, we were still at work technically.
Right.
When they started. But I've been live streaming that. We hope to have our buddy Tyler from Podcastrophe.
We will.
Which, hey, if you're hearing the audio for this, it's on Podcastrophe. This is extra content.
Mm-hmm.
This is some extra content, and we're not going to upload it to our private feed, to our separate feed, just for the Game X podcast. But, you know what? Give it to these guys. Help them out, man. Give them a little bit of extra content. I have been on podcast quite a few times. You have not yet.
You know why? This is going out to you, Blaine. You've never asked me. So, there. That's all I'm going to say. Tyler's already said, I'd love to have you on for anything. And you've mentioned, hey, we could do something together. I'm like, yes, whatever. Just let me know and we'll do it. You never have. That's that 30% kicking in, buddy.
I have to say that if I'm going to give this a rating.
Ooh, yeah. So you want to finish it before you rate it?
Sure, yeah. I've only got a couple bites left, me and my hungry ass.
I know. That's where I'm at, too.
Also, I robbed a guy named Kyle on the way over. Got myself a monster.
Kyle?
Well, you know Kyle and his monsters.
Yeah, I do.
This monster is called Pacific Punch, and it tastes just like a Tahitian treat.
I haven't had a Tahitian treat, so I couldn't.
It's similar in vein to a Hawaiian punch. Would you like to try just a sip of this? I know you're not a monster guy. Wipe yourself off. Clean yourself off. It's pretty.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's just cracked, so you'll be able to get a little sippy sip from the very top.
I love Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
It's not exact, but it's pretty simple.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's close.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
There you go. All over yourself.
That tastes exactly like Hawaiian Punch. Like
it's got like a little bit more.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
It's got like a little bit more of a slight crisp kick to it
at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous.
It is.
That's real dangerous for me.
It is
I don't do the monster thing, but I might be getting one of those.
Well, you know, if you're going to be working some second shifts and you're going to be sitting there,
well, big one's going to be Sunday because that Saturday I'll be working till 3. So I'm going to go straight up, going to sleep, and then waking up, and then going right back to sleep and doing it again.
Because that weekend is E3, so you're going to be waking up, and you're going to be hanging out with me and Tyler, hopefully, from the Microsoft, which is going to be 2 hours for the E3 press conference, and then Bethesda's that night. And we have left it open whether or not we're going to live stream that together. Hitting that. I'm trying to adjust my microphone. But, yeah, I want to definitely try to live stream it because of how much crap we've been talking about Bethesda. And I want to give them a chance to...
I know. Themselves. I only have one thing. Is Joanna will want to stream it with me, and she will not want to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of our thing. So I might pull you up live on my cellular device and do it. But if they drop Elder Scrolls 6, anything about Elder Scrolls 6, which you already said they haven't, but we know how people are. They want them to, don't focus on this. We don't want you to focus on this. I know. I see that face of like, man, that's a good burger. I see it.
I am so shocked.
So shocked. I don't even know if anybody's... Nope. Tyler shared our video. Hopefully Tyler's watching. Tyler, if you're watching, Beyond Burger. Wow. Holy crap. It shouldn't even make sense in my mind.
All right, so rating time. Here we go.
How do you want to rate it?
Well, it has to be to 10 at least.
Do you want to go 10?
Now, what are we going to say on a scale of deliciousness is a top 10? Because there are certain burgers that you can compare it to. We got to have a comparison so somebody's like...
All right, so I just had a regular whiskey glazed burger.
Mm-hmm.
My wife even suggested grabbing a regular plain burger from this and trying it side by
side. I thought same
as
well.
And had this not been $13, I would have been, yeah.
But to be fair, their regular burgers are $11.99.
There you go. I mean, so this is only a few dollars more.
It's only a few dollars more. But the problem is that for us to try each, you're looking at this is $28 for 2.
I know. And I appreciate it, by the way.
So you paid for my ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, man, I don't know what to scale it to because I could do.
It's difficult to compare it to anything else because even though you and I both have had a wide variety of different burgers.
Yes, we have.
This is different. It has a different cadence. It has a much different just level in general.
So I'm gonna say, for me, one of the best burgers I've ever had is DT Kirby's here. It's a local place in town. Hold on. But when they began, well, they didn't really begin, but when it was owned, when they were in their old location, it was like Cheers. That's the best way to put it. It was like the Cheers of Lafayette as a bar, but you'd walk in there. He had 7 sheets of paper, and had all the burgers on it. Because say you come in, he'd be like, all right, every day, every week, he had special burgers. So he'd be like, we're going to try this new burger. This is a new combination the cooks came up with. You can go in there, order it with a drink for like $10.
Nice.
With a beer. I did that a lot. Mine was, this is my number one burger of all time, period. It's a 1/4 pound black Angus beef, chili, bacon, nacho cheese.
A hot mess is basically what this burger is.
It is beyond amazing. Yeah. But that is my 10.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best burger I've ever had of all time.
Well, from that same place, the grilled cheeseburger.
Oh, it's
that they
amazing.
have there.
Which one are you talking about?
The one with the grilled cheese for the buns.
The Chuck Stop?
It's-
That's a Chuck Stop. Because it's got grilled cheese. It's got a grilled cheese, and then it has the 1/4 pound, their home sauce, and
Me and Butch, their other shit. Yeah.
Yep. That's the
onions and
Truck Stop.
and then another grilled cheese for the for the top bun. That burger's amazing.
Oh yeah,
This burger's different. This burger,
it's a different animal.
it's no animal.
You got it.
It literally is no animal. The thing is, for me, is that, man, first of all, other than the popcorn I've had this morning, I've had nothing else today.
Yep, me too.
So it's like I was hungry coming into this.
Mm-hmm.
I was not scared.
I figured it would be good. I didn't think it would be that good.
No, and that's just it. It's like it's difficult because would I give it a 10? I don't know if I give it a 10. No.
But you can always chalk that up to, like, you could add some sauce to make this a 9 or a 10.
Sure.
Easily.
If I went and put that Jack Daniel's glaze on there,
Oh yeah,
it would be. Now, see, to quote a coworker of ours and friend, Matt Milliken, talking about Jack Daniel's glaze, he put that crap on a dog turd and tough it out. He loves that glaze.
Oh yeah, he does.
When me and my wife figured out how to replicate that glaze as close as we could, it's very close. We literally put it on everything. I use that for, excuse me, burping this Beyond Burger.
Yeah.
Ribs. Making ribs
Oh
on
yeah.
the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put like a rub on it and get that pretty much where it's near done. We're pulling this sucker off there within the next 20 to 30 minutes. I would take a brush and grab the Jack Daniel's glaze, put it all over there. And then right when it's done, slather it some more with it because it's already cooked onto it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Now it's got some fresh, and it's water, and like for your soul.
It's water for like your soul.
I was trying to find the right
Jack
way to say it.
Daniel's glaze. You heard it here first. Jack Daniel's glaze.
Water for the soul.
Water for the soul. All right.
But okay, so like if I put that on there, yes, no, that's gonna take it next level.
Oh yeah.
This far exceeded any expectation I ever had.
Oh yeah. I will say this. As a plain burger goes, including Burger King, personally, my best plain burger I can have, just a regular burger with no special crap on it, is Burger King. I like Burger King. I think this is better than Burger King.
I think it is too.
So I give it a solid 8.
8. See, I was trying to figure it out in my own head. Where does this lie? Where exactly does this lie on my scale? If I'm going out of 10, and I'm like, I think it's 8.5.
I mean, I could give it an 8.5 for sure, but alone, just the burger alone, was kind of weird.
Like you said,
it was good.
Didn't dislike it.
Didn't dislike it, but the texture was very different.
And of course, it's going to be.
It
right?
crumbled. Like meat, as we all know, kind of really sticks together. The grease holds it together. But when I flaked it off, it literally crumbled into mush.
That's why part of it kind of fell
Yeah.
down on my foot.
And then you kind of have to like palm it in.
And that kind of reminds me of like a ground chicken, and I think that's kind of what they were trying to.
And that's what it
rub up-
said.
Yeah.
It said it was more of a chicken texture.
Yeah, so, with that in mind, I don't really take that as a negative.
No.
Other than like if you have a chicken burger, it's gonna be the same kind of deal. If you have, in my head because I've had turkey burgers too.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same kind of. This is way better than that, by far.
It's the best.
To give this an 8 to an 8.5 as a burger when nothing in this has any meat in it
Is amazing.
That in itself, because there are other burgers that contain meat that are lesser than this.
Oh yeah, a lot. I think for your run of the mill, going to Steak and Shake, going wherever, I think this is the best burger I've had like this. Now, this is TGI Fridays, so this is a whole different realm.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, out of all the little places I've been, I normally don't get hamburgers. Like, if I'm going to a restaurant,
Sure.
I normally get a steak, ribs, something specific. I usually go for what their specials are because usually a company is made up of that specific thing because that's why they got famous
Sure.
and they became big. So I try to stick in that realm. But as of a burger, at those restaurants, this is the best one I've ever had.
This is damn near up there. As I said,
Like
I love
as
their
a-
JDB.
yeah.
But then again, just having that just 2 weeks ago or whenever I was there last, 2 or 3 weeks ago, dude,
I tell you what, that burger's juicy though too.
it is.
I mean,
It had some nice.
that was phenomenal.
It was nice and juicy.
It's amazing.
It, I had to eat it over my leg to
I'm
make.
a messy eater, guys.
Well, and same here because when I sit at home in my chair, I've started wearing a
bib
tail for a bib because I'm always like, man, I really like this shirt. I haven't worn this shirt in like a year, but like, man, I really like this shirt, and I'm like, I'm getting stuff all over my shirts all the time, and it gets to a point where I'm just so sick of it.
But yes,
oh man,
8.5. So I would say I can go up with you and say 8.5 because I gave it an 8 to be on the low scale because of it's from Fridays.
when I started walking it back, right? Because I'm like, it's not a 10. I don't know if it's a 9 either. The next one was 8.5. Well, maybe because I'm thinking about, yes, it's different. Yes, it has different texture. Yes, it has even a different like overall composition of what's in it. But then again, I'm thinking of my reaction. I'm thinking of my enjoyment.
The fact that you take a bite of it and you're just,
Yeah,
well, wait, this is not a burger. This
This-
is not a hamburger.
this is not meat.
Man, this tastes good. And then if you really pay attention, you can really taste the very slight differences in them. And
I bet
it's hard.
that if we had one plain with no sauce, no cheese, no other helpings like your lettuce, onion,
Right.
tomatoes,
Just the burger.
pickles, just that, and like in a bun, I bet we could definitely tell.
Yes.
But I mean, if you're gonna go and you're gonna make a burger, as I said, everybody's taste palette is different. They like different things. I like I like the works. I like to have that on my burger.
I do too.
So like that right there, whatever is slightly different about it gets camouflaged. By
Oh, yeah.
everything else.
It
But-
and then really, you really think about it. To be honest, I think it tastes. Going on a limb here, guys. This specific burger, I think it was better than like a hamburger from anywhere else because usually they make burgers. They use the cheapest meat. They use the cheapest stuff.
Sure.
It's science.
Science.
That's good for you. Beyond, I definitely an A5.
Absolutely. And now, of course, they actually sell Beyond Meat in grocery stores. It's one of the most. It's now becoming one of the more widely put into your local groceries.
Is it which company?
Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that we tried today was Beyond. Burger King is teaming up with Impossible,
Right.
which don't get the streams crossed with that.
It's beyond impossible.
Yeah, it is. But with this, it is available. Of course, you have a bunch of different brands and varieties, and this by far exceeded all expectations that I ever had. If I ever find this in the store, I want to get it.
Oh yeah. I
So-
would like to cook it our way
Yes.
one time
Yeah.
because I'd like to make a plain one just a plain.
Yeah.
And then one with the Jack Daniel's glaze, one with my barbecue teriyaki.
Sure.
And maybe a hickory smoked one.
Yes.
And
Just
to taste them. I
run
want
this thing
I
through
wanna
the
try
gamut, dude. Run it through it because it already has a lot going for it.
Yeah.
You know, it already has so much going for it that I really do believe that if anybody who once lived in a lifestyle where, and are changing into a vegan lifestyle like so many people have, but they miss those certain things, like a burger. Like, man, and sometimes, hey, people cheat. I get it. It happens.
Yeah.
But now you can actually go somewhere. And I think it's awesome because more and more places are now getting options, vegan options. That way, if you have changed your lifestyle, or whether you wanted to or you felt like you had to, because of unhealthiness, now when you go places, more and more places are now can be now appealing. Where like if you're discussing where to go with your friends, and your friends like, I can't go there because there's no option for me. Like, I'm gonna be left out. Of course you're gonna try and find a place where everybody can eat.
So I'm looking at places.
Can we kind of?
Yeah, we can move. Eat the table. You want to?
Yeah. Yep. Let's go this way because
All right.
my sciatic was really getting on there right then and there.
Okay, so I'm looking up places to find the Beyond Burger.
Like in a grocery store, or just in general?
At a grocery store, but there are some other options here. Wings, etc.
They have one.
I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's just pulling up anything, but it says. Okay, so
Blaine commented and said it's literally called the grilled cheeseburger from DT Kirby's.
Oh, is that one? Because there's a truck stop.
Oh, I don't know. Yes, Blaine. Sorry that I didn't see the comment until just now.
I don't have the browser up for the all chat. That's my fault. Sorry.
That's fine. I have it up now. So,
but it says that select Targets have the Beyond Burger.
Mm-hmm. Select Targets.
Select Targets.
Of all places, I can see Target doing it.
The question is it by us?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't take much to just stop in there, but I don't know if our Target's done renovating yet. Or because our Target, turned itself inside out.
It did.
It being all weird.
It doesn't say. Usually they have, only in this area here.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going to be on the look for it whenever I go to grocery stores.
I'm definitely very, very satisfied with this, and
absolutely.
I will be dragging the wifey out to try it.
I think she'll like it.
We've talked about this, and it's a good option to try to stay away from the red meat.
Sure.
And with it being that good,
or at least to cut back on it, at least.
Yeah. We usually stick to the white meat. Like I'm a big chicken eater, but I
love
dislike fish. Oh God, do I dislike fish?
I can do some fish. I can't growing up. My family camped out every year.
Yep.
And there's always fishing. So what do you do when you catch fish?
Mm-hmm.
You fry that shit up, right?
Yeah.
So while we're talking about healthy, we're talking about deep frying, but just even with grilled fish or anything like that, I can do some. I like salmon occasionally. I'm not a big salmon guy.
So remember Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Maybe it was Tuesday. When I thought I was getting a tenderloin. It was a fish tenderloin.
Fish, yeah.
Oh man, was that bad?
Did you suffer through it? Did you?
I ate the whole thing. I paid like $6 for that stupid thing. I'll eat it.
Yeah. Well, at least you finished it. For me though, I have a problem when it comes to steak. I have a big problem. I mean, I like burgers. I love making burgers. We eat burgers, quite often. But when it comes to could I live my life without burgers? Now I can't. I feel like I actually could. If my doctor said, Brando, you can never have an actual hamburger again, I would be like, well, at least there's Beyond.
Yeah.
At least I know that's good. At least I know that's gonna that's out there for somebody like that.
Yeah, this is definitely the best I've ever had.
When they come out with a Beyond Steak, I'm gonna be in line to try it.
Yep.
But steak for me, man,
steak's a real slippery slope. I mean, it's hard to. I very much pride myself in cooking a steak with no seasoning. because you can season stuff and make anything good. But if you can take a steak and you can just cook it a specific way to where it is good, no matter what kind of steak you pay, $25 or $5, doesn't matter. I can take a steak. When I was in Iraq, I love doing this. Open those round, cheap $15 grills that you can buy anywhere. Go to the cafeteria and they'd be like, yeah, we'll just give you this entire stack of the cheapest, nastiest steaks, because that's what they do. They get the cheapest stuff. That's what the military does. So, and I could cook those where people will go, man, that's actually one of the better steaks I've had in a long time. I pride myself in that because that steak sucks. They throw it on there. It's a crappy steak, and I can make it tolerable to a point where you're enjoying yourself. That's what I pride myself in. Now you're really good with, you do it that way, but you also do a lot with seasonings and stuff, and you're a lot better with that than I am. I like them plain.
I am a very limited on my seasoning for my steak. In the past, before I really got good grilling, I would actually go ahead and do the whole marinade, and marinade is good for pan searing and for oven stuff. So that's good. I had a really awesome marinade that I would use. That would be, it's more complicated than what it needs to be, but I would also use the same recipe for making beef jerky. The same marinade, and it was delicious. I had a little bit of teriyaki. I had the weirdest thing, white cooking wine was in this thing.
I won't knock it.
It had Worcestershire. It had a bunch of stuff in there. Anyway, now I use salt, pepper, and Weber's Chicago steak seasoning. And what that has in it, it has some bigger peppercorns. It has some dried garlic and dried onion. It is like, and then probably some salt.
You know what we should have called this episode? Gamers Food Addicts, or food.
Well,
gaming food addicts.
I was thinking of calling it Game Addicts Eat.
Game Addicts Eat would be a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could do something like this.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this. I really like the burger. I'm almost on the love. Like, I want to go get another one now. Because I like it so much. Man. That's hard to say.
I wonder what kind of cheese that was.
Cheddar.
Was it cheddar? Just normal cheddar?
Yeah, white cheddar. Because
it kind of had like a little bit of a burn, not like burnt cheese, but like a nice good color, like a good browning color.
Yeah, they browned it. That's what they asked, if we wanted to brown it or not.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, why would you? I mean, you're gonna offer me a browning of cheese on a burger? Of course.
Tell them on air you going into TGI Fridays and ordering this, because I wasn't there.
Okay, so I went in there, and the guy, he's at the bar because you have to go up to the bar to order your to-go. And I went in there and I was like, hey, he goes, all right, what do you want? I want 2 Beyond Burgers. He goes, now hold on. Are you sure you know what you're buying? And I said, I know exactly what I'm getting here. I want those to try them. And he's like, okay. I'm just saying, people come in here, they see Beyond Burger, they don't read it, they order it, and then they turn around and don't like it. Let me tell you this right now. If I went in there and ordered Beyond Burger not reading what it was, which I always do, I would not have been upset. I don't even think I would have noticed. To be honest with you, I don't know if I would have noticed.
Just like I said in the beginning, on my first gut instinct, I said, if you would have got burgers or made burgers for me and said, hey man, I got us dinner for tonight, and like, all right, cool. And I'm sitting down and I'm gonna eat this thing, and you waited to finish or waited till I was midway through and say, that has no meat in it.
You'd probably say bullshit.
Well, first off, I would have stopped. Then I would have inspected. Probably would have noticed the color and the crumble. Okay, sure. But off of just taste alone and just me not paying attention, never would have known. That right there, that is science. That is absolute science.
I don't mind to pay $1 extra for that. $1 or $2 extra.
Hell no.
I'll get it at different. If there's places that have it,
I want to try it other places.
I want to probably try it at almost every place that has it.
Yeah.
Just around here, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I was thoroughly impressed with this. I can't wait till she comes home next weekend.
It's been a good day. You actually liked the Avengers movie?
I really liked the Avengers movie. I knew that I would like it, but I didn't realize how much feels are in this one. There was points where I was like crying, and I'm like,
dude,
I heard you sniffle. I heard you at the end. And
still, I mean, third time watching the movie, and like, it's not so much the act, but it's of course this movie's been talked about to death, so I don't have to go, like, I don't have to worry about it. But
I mean, it's a great movie.
Pepper's reaction and talking to Tony at the end, telling him that we're gonna be okay, and then that you can rest.
That didn't hurt me nearly as much as the other stuff.
Well,
there was other
Widow
stuff.
Still hurts me.
Widow, I got sad over Widow, but
I think
the opening scene when his literally
I told you first time I saw the movie, that opening scene.
I was just like, he turns around, he's like, "All right, babe," and then she goes, "Soup's on." He goes, "All right, babe," turns around, and you can see the dust.
Yes, they did such a good job with that. Where
and
it's
you're
just
like,
and
he's like, "Where the hell did you go?" That's the look he's giving, and then he turns back around, and then everyone else is gone.
The wife and the two boys are
and
gone.
he's literally he's in frantic looking around, but in his head he knows that they're just gone from oblivion.
Well, and the thing is that it's not like he knows anything that's going on.
He has no idea.
Nothing. And of course, and then the work that he's been in, of course, there's a good possibility that he could have made enemies or something. So then, I think both times with him, it was his acting, which is awesome. Because,
God, he's a good actor, yeah.
Because I've never really saw him as a great actor. This made me because it was the frantic in his voice. Being a father, having a family, knowing what that would feel like for me, I would have the same exact reaction. They're gone.
Everything was really good. Scott's reaction when he comes back and he's just like
looking for
what's going on. Like he even asks the kid, and the kid ignores him and takes off. And then he kind of is wandering around with his little his little red rocket.
Then they find the memorial,
and he finds the memorial, and he's like, "Wait, what?" And then he kind of pieces everything together.
And then he's looking for his daughter's
name. Then he gets
name.
frantic, but then he sees his name, and then he's like, "Wait, what?"
And then he goes to the house, and she's there, but she's giant. She's grown up,
and
over
she
5
knows
years.
exactly. They all know who he knows exactly who she is. Obviously,
yeah.
And she knows who he is. But it was good. That part made me cry.
I think the widow thing gets me also because of Jeremy Renner. His acting, because what I like about it is that they're there and they're both wanting to sacrifice themselves,
and they're fighting over who's going to kill themselves.
Yeah,
like literally fighting over it.
And she gets it to where he's holding on to her and he can't lift her up, and he's begging her to do this,
and she kicks off.
I know, and then you don't see her hit, but he reacts to the hit, where he visually watched her die, and then he wakes up in the pond just like in the other movie.
Yep. He has a stone in his hand,
and he's just so angry, sad at the same time. Yeah, oh yeah. No, this movie takes its time. It literally, it's a 3-hour movie. It takes its time to tell their character stories, more specifically with the original 6.
Yeah.
But then they start throwing in Scott, and they start throwing in Rocket and Nebula, and even Rhodey.
Let me tell you what. One of the best fight scenes ever. Captain picking the hammer up.
Oh.
So we discussed this in the car on the way back, and I get it now. But Avengers, Age of Ultron, they're all sitting around. The hammer's down. Thor's like, "Yeah, pick it up. Go pick it up." Nobody can pick it up. And then you see you see Steve, and he grabs it, and it moves, and then he lets go of it. He kind of looks around and then lets go of it.
He's like, no, I can't.
He's like, no. And then Thor's like, And now that you've mentioned it, it's like Thor in his head is thinking, you don't just move it.
Yeah.
You can't move it unless you're worthy. So that plays the thing that Scott didn't want to hurt Thor's masculinity with everybody, because they were doing a whole big thing of like...
Not Scott.
Yeah, sorry. Steve.
My
bad.
Scott,
My bad. Anyways, so he just lets it go. But then... literally, you see, like, they make a big deal out of him picking it up.
Where it moves and you don't see who picks it up.
Right.
But then he throws it.
He throws it and hits him, and then Thor's reaction, I knew it! I knew it! And then he calls it back. And Thor's just like, I knew it! And he's swinging the hammer, and he freaking... I mean, let me tell you what. The table turned the second Steve picked that up, because now... Captain was able to hold him back, but now Captain has Mjolnir. and the fact that Mjolnir is allowing him to summon lightning.
Mm-hmm.
He's not supposed to be able to do that. That's Thor's thing.
Dude, he
So
saw all this stuff done before with Thor, and he's mimicking all these moves. He throws the shield. The shield gets knocked. He throws the hammer, hits the shield, comes back.
and hits dude,
Oh.
let me tell you, the combos he made with that was like when he threw the shield at him, it hit him, and then he hits the shield again with the hammer, and it hits him again, and then he catches the shield, hits him with the hammer. It's like, that's nasty.
But and also Thanos still got him down.
He still got him down.
And then the vibranium shield got all busted up from that double-edged blade that we don't know what's made out of. But
I'm
obviously
assuming it's a vibranium.
probably some.
I mean, he's going to pick up the best material. I mean, it's what he is.
But I mean, and then you have that comic book movie, like a moment come to life, where
I cried for that part too.
the entire fucking Thanos army and shit. He's like, I'm done messing around. And then there's Cap standing up, going,
yeah, he's
the whole
ready.
I can do this all day kind of feel like, all right, that's what we're gonna do. And then of course
you hear Sam.
yeah, and everybody coming in.
Sam's
and
like, hey, on your left.
files in. It's all these characters that you lost, and then everybody else regrouped. All the
Even some of the characters that are the scientific ones, like Black Panther's sister.
sisters there.
She usually isn't the one to like. She wants to be in on the action, but she gets sidelined.
There.
But now she's there, and she's got these new gauntlets, and she's got It was by far one of the best movies I've ever seen. I can honestly say that I should have watched it in the beginning, but
Well, and I mean, at least even though like I hate because you said you didn't care and it was something to talk about, I spoiled the entire movie for you. It didn't rob you from the emotional feels of watching
Right.
it, because even though you could probably say, oh, this is where he's talking about, this is what he's talking about. My capability, even though I'm not a terrible storyteller, in terms of like relaying or retelling in my own words, it doesn't encapsulate what they did, because when I'm telling you the story, I'm going beat by beat and telling it. They get the chance to sit there and let it breathe and let everything come around. Insert the looks, insert the words, insert the score.
right.
Everything comes in, and yes, no, it's epic. It's something that has never been done before, and probably will never be done again.
No, not on that scale. Nobody's ever going to hit that type of scale
Mhm.
with a movie, with an individual movie. I mean, you're going to have Avatar, another, like let's say
Sure.
the original Avatar hit. Awesome. It did great. It's an awesome movie. But nothing is going to make you feel the way that movie specifically made you feel, due to the fact that this has been 10 years around.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been waiting 10 years. And
some,
then we
some
got-
great movies and some not so great.
Right.
But
And
what I like, one thing that I did say, good old Kevin Smith on his first reaction, he goes, you know what? This movie, they're like, you know what? You're gonna care about our past. The Thor: The Dark World, the one you didn't like. We're going back to that one,
right.
and then you're gonna want to go back and rewatch that one because this movie happens along with that, and
Yep.
you're gonna be like, well, son of a bitch, I'm rewatching Thor: The Dark World.
Right. Right.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it's trash. Getting all too excited. No, dude, the movie's great. There is no after credit scene, so we were able to just whoop, whoop, get on out. The only thing that they did do that I haven't seen anytime that I've watched it, because either all three
Howard
times.
the Duck.
Well, yeah,
I didn't see him.
I didn't either.
I looked.
He's in there.
I think he's there with the grand scale of everybody.
He's in there with the Ravagers, I think, because that's another group that's in there with
Yeah, they just pop in. Like
Ravagers
literally,
from outer space.
Strange gets every person in the entire universe.
You know these guys.
Yeah, tell me where they are. And the sorcerers all. I mean, they pull everybody.
Wong is like, you wanted more?
You wanted more? I mean, that's all we got, man. I mean, like we got everybody in the universe.
But anyway, they do have the original 6 with their like when they do their credits, they have a single page and collage for all the original 6 Avengers with their signatures, just like they did with Star Trek 6, and that was the last thing they did as the original crew for the Enterprise. That was kind of cool. But yeah, man,
it's an awesome movie.
Got to see an awesome movie. Got to try an awesome burger.
It's been an awesome day.
Yeah, beyond expectations. Awesome.
All right.
Well, I think we've rambled on long enough here. To each and every one of you guys out there listening, because we're live on our feeds and everything, just like normal. But listening to this, we are on the Podcaster feed. This podcast has been powered by Podcaster feed. Please go and like our podcast. Go follow our podcast, the Game Addicts podcast, up on podcast services around the globe, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, and also watch and listen on YouTube if you want to. We are everywhere. Of course, we do our show live every Wednesday on our Facebook page and on twitch.tv/GameAddictsPlay. Until next time, I have been Brando.
And I have been Mike.
Eat on. Have a good one.
Eat beyond.
Eat beyond.